Hi peeps, this is my mom, for those of you who have never met her, and I'm just going to arrange this. Okay, cool. So if you've noticed, looking around our office, we have interesting things going on. And so we also have interesting things coming up, like we have our
mitzvah classes, mitzvah training classes.
What the heck is mitzvah anyway?
It's body work that gets your posture better, gives you flexibility, mobility, flexibility in the brain, flexibility in the body. Wow.
Flexibility in your life
that could use that.
So like if you're like even like really rigid in your thinking, can it change that?
Over time, if you'll allow it.
Yeah.
If you let your body go, your brain will follow.
That happens sometimes. So we were talking about classes and creating this training class. And for a lot of people who are used to the weekend training, this is like completely different.
Yeah, this is 3 years.
It's a choice, and it is 3 years, if you're lucky.
If you're not, well, there you go.
So what happens in a mitzvah class?
Well, we're going to do some anatomy classes, some learning what it's like to have a session, what it's like to have somebody's hands put on you, not in the rigid,
the vice grip, right?
Vice grip. Tyrannosaurus Rex touch.
We've seen quite a few vice grip movements, and people have this really cute and interesting point of view that if you vice grip somebody,
you're going to be more.
You're more powerful if you vice grip their head.
It's a better session when you drill their brain.
Yeah. So what else is possible for movement and ease of movement that actually has very little effort?
Like that.
Right.
One
you
finger,
wouldn't want to be that potent.
One finger down, one finger up and up and up. One finger.
What
That's
a manipulator. My mom is a manipulator of magnitude. So can you imagine if you could actually manipulate bodies, your life, and everything with one finger? And it doesn't have to be up somebody's butt or in their nose. Like, that's magic. You could put it in their butt or their nose. That's your choice. But, okay, that was a side. Gloves are always good for those things. So what was it that made you go, oh, let's do some full-on mitzvah training classes?
I don't know. One of those days you wake up and say something has to change in the world. What could it be? Oh, how about mitzvah training classes? That would bring flexibility to people. Wow.
What a concept. Flexibility.
What a concept.
So in flexibility, we have this exercise that we have so dearly named the Schlinkenpuppen exercise. Why? Because we liked the name Schlinkenpuppen.
It's not its real name, but...
It's not its real name, and we like the name, so we use the name, do the Schlinkenpuppen. What the hell is Schlinkenpuppen?
It's a floppy doll. So do the floppy doll. It's German for floppy doll.
And we had a client who I would always ask questions, how do you say this in German? And I found out about Schlinkenpuppens, and ever since that we've called it the Schlinkenpuppen exercise. So we love the Schlinkenpuppen exercise. It actually can allow you to have way more ease in your body. And so for those of you who are practitioners of anything, massage, bodywork, somatic bodywork, the bars, Reiki, all of it.
If you do construction, if you're a plumber,
all of it.
Anybody.
A musician, a dancer. Sometimes we hold these positions really tightly, like I watch people do, for example, the bars, and they hold these positions like with, and it actually can be softness. And when I've asked people, hey, can you let your body be softer? They're like, it is, but it's like a rock.
Can you let go of my head?
It's a rock! You can rock the world without rocking your body. Isn't that a concept?
Yeah.
So mitzvah training is quite a dynamic training system. So you get to learn exercises on the floor, chairs, sinks. We don't actually use exercise equipment so much.
Sitting.
Yeah.
Your everyday movement becomes an exercise.
Yes, it's wicked
that
fun.
you use all the time.
If you choose to, until you choose not to, and that's when you come back for sessions. That's
Yes.
cool. Part of mitzvah is to actually train you out of not requiring us anymore. What? It's like self-empowerment for the body?
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
mental. Who has that?
That's crazy.
I know.
I wouldn't do that.
I know. You just want to keep going to people that you have to go to for like 500 years, and then you're
Yeah.
still in pain and whatever. So for those of you who actually like ease in your body, there's 2 of you out there. That's awesome. If you actually like ease in your body, awesome. We do have classes coming up starting at the end of April. The last weekend of April is the first of the series for the year. And you could join us if you like. We will attach a link here so that you can find it. What else can we say about that? So
There's monthly classes, there's 3-day weekends, and you get to receive a session every time. You get to learn something about the anatomy that session was focused on, and then you get to play with exercises and experience movement about body parts.
wow, cool. So how many places in the world can people find mitzvah classes?
Japan, Toronto, and here.
Right. So there are not a lot of practitioners out in the world. So if you're looking for something that is different, unique, has, is a growing modality, it's not just a technique, it's actually an art, even though it's called the Mitzvah Techique. It's actually more like the mitzvah art. You do learn some movements and stuff, and then you add you to it, which creates it as an art. So if you are somebody who likes movement and would like to be able to work with bodies in a way that it's like there's sort of like a beauty to it. There's like a kind of like a dance of movement in the body when you're working on a body. Then you might actually enjoy these classes.
And this work was created by Nehemiah Cohen, who moved to Toronto many, many years ago. And he called it the Mitzvah Techique because it was a gift to the giver and the receiver.
No, we always like when people are like, ha, it's mitzvah. I had a bar mitzvah. It's not a bar mitzvah, it's the Mitzvah Techique. But thank you for thinking that it was the bar mitzvah.
So it
Or
wasn't
your bat
named
mitzvah.
by me, it was named by Nehemiah Cohen, Nehemiah, long time ago when he moved to Canada in 1970, something or other.
Yeah, so this body of work can actually assist your body in so many ways, and we'd love to have you join us. So if you are kind of curious, like what the heck is that, and you'd like a session, you can come for private sessions in the office in El Dorado. I have also an office in my home in Marmara, and the location in Toronto. So, and if you'd like to have a mitzvah party, we'll show up. There's like 10 of you. So whatever would be fun for you, that would be cool. And what can we show them that could be fun? Here we are sitting in chairs, but what you don't actually see is that we're actually sitting in chairs.
We could do
So
some
little-
work on the table.
Okay, let's get that going. I'll get on the table. You guys can watch.
She's lucky she gets on the table.
I volunteered. I sacrificed my body. Okay, even in this, I'm actually going to do an exercise. Whoa. I know, what was that? How is that an exercise? Well, it was. And if you come to class, you'll learn more about it. Yay.
So it isn't just that I move
Yay, I'm
the
on the
body.
table.
It's that I move her body with my body. So it's how I move my body that allows her body to move in the space that it will be willing to move. It's not about pushing somebody's body to a place where it won't go.
You mean you don't have to crack a bone?
No.
Oh, what? All right, let's see what happens. So with this work, we don't push your body beyond where it can go. So
not everyone's leg will go this far. Some people's legs will go that far. Isn't that exciting?
It's like really having awareness of where bodies are at, having a sense of communication with the body, and being able to have an awareness of where a person's body is willing to let go. And then it's kind of like teasing them into something even greater. I like the word of like tempting and teasing their bodies into greater ease and movement. So it isn't about an aggressive correction. It's a very gentle easing and teasing your body into more movement. Whatever that looks like. So, you could have long-term injuries, you could have had something that was acute or chronic, either one. It can actually assist with acute and chronic stuff.
Yeah, because my head and I had sciatic pain the first session I went. My head was locked in from the car accidents and the wall falling on my head. And so I was jammed up, and the night I went home from the first session was the first night in 17 years that I actually slept without pain constantly nattering at my head.
So that was almost 30 years ago that you had your first session, right? 25 years ago? Yep.
However old you are, minus 17.
Yeah,
there you go.
So 25 years ago, she had a session and now has more flexibility now than she did at the age of 42. Or however old you were, 44.
Yes.
Yeah,
something.
So yeah, something like that. So now, in her late hundreds, she's got more flexibility than she had in her mid-40s. So if you have the point of view that you get old and you get rickety and you get less flexible, what if that's actually not true? And there are so many things that can assist you with having flexibility that are totally easy, that are things that you actually do in your daily life. And we just allow your body to have awareness of how to modify them so that you can have movement, getting out of bed, out of chairs, standing, doing the dishes, whatever, gardening, so many things that you would like to do that maybe you're not choosing because you have maybe pain or stress in your body, and this can definitely assist in shifting that.
Yep. So if you'd like to come for the classes, just let us know, and we'll be more than happy to see you show up.
You might find out what a Schlinkenpuppen exercise looks like.
I just did a bunch of them, but nobody noticed.
Nobody knew that a Schlinkenpuppen was going on. If you can identify when the Schlinkenpuppen happened, if you can identify when the Schlinkenpuppen exercise happened, I dare you to call me and ask for a session. Okay, if you actually ask for a session and you dare to ask for a session, I will actually gift you a session if you can identify when the Schlinkenpuppens happened, because there was more than one. Cool. That's my challenge to you. I dare you. Dare you to be brave enough to ask. And the first 5 people who actually identify the Schlinkenpuppen exercise and ask for it will get a free session from me.
Her, not me.
From me. But you guys can't figure that out, and you're never going to ask, so that's cool. Cool. So thanks for watching, and we would be happy to give you more information about the Mitzvah Technique and other awesomely fun things we've got going on out here in the middle of Eastern Ontario. Anytime. Just give us a shout. Bye.